right, now to the real business. We've had a lot of great acts on this stage, world-class acts, not so world-class acts, but seldomly we get an act that's not only world-class but historic. There's real history on stage here this afternoon. I'd like to I can't introduce everybody that's not on stage, but I'll introduce the ones that aren't on stage now anyways. So we have Christian Buga, Jamie Fuchs, Dwight Lamb. Joining them will be Bill Peterson and Adam Kiesling. Enjoy, folks.
Just a little background history. Christian is from Denmark. I'm from Montana, and Dwight is from Iowa. And Bill is from right here in Canton, South Dakota. And Adam is from Wisconsin. So it's nice to have a lot of multi-international people. Christian and I are going to play the first part of the set, and so it's going to be a mixture of Danish traditional fiddle music, and then in the crowd, has anyone heard of the Métis people? Raise your hand if you heard of the Métis people. That's not a lot of hands. Well, it's just, I'm originally from the Ani and Nakota tribes in Montana, but I'm also a mixture. I have some French and Scottish mixture in there. And on most reservations along the Canadian border, north and south, most natives have a fiddle tradition, and we take these tunes from European nations, whether it's Irish, Scottish, Scandinavian, and we kind of made it our own mixture. A lot of the tunes are crooked, meaning they're missing beats or added beats. So that's what I'll play for you, and we'll mix it with some Danish tunes. So we'll start with a jig called Bornholms, and then we'll go into a Métis tune called Sleeping Giant Two-Step.
Thanks a lot, ladies and gentlemen, and real good afternoon to you. We're so excited to be here at your festival. We've been hearing about it for years, and I've been lucky to know Dwight here and Bill Peterson for about 10 years now, and been coming to South Dakota, Iowa, Nebraska, and these nice parts of the Midwest. We were touring all around, and we even went out to Washington some years ago, and that's where Jamie and I met, and now we are married, and you know the story. We never know where it's gonna go. It's a lot of exciting surprises along the road here. And now we are here, and we want to celebrate that with some more fiddle music. So as Jamie said, the first set was one Danish tune, a little jig from an island in the east, old one, and then an old Métis two-step. And now we'll play you a Danish waltz, which is a little less old. This is composed by a good friend of ours, a guitarist called Morten Alfred Højrup, and he composed it for his wife. So it's a waltz about love, and we want to dedicate this one to our good friend, Tom Carlson, who I've seen just enter the audience here somewhere. I think he's hiding out there. So this is for you, Tom. Thank you very much. So just like we like to mix these things up, you know, Métis, as Jamie was talking about, it means mixed blood, and we like to mix things, but we also like to present everything on its own a little bit, so we're each going to do a solo piece, and ladies first, you know, so here's Jamie.
The word Métis is actually a French word that means mixed. So essentially, I think everyone here is probably Métis, because we're all mixed with something. And it's funny how us natives took that word to say that we're Métis and we're mixed. But I think that why we took that word is you know, even currently, a lot of natives, we just want to be, some people just want to be native. They don't want to acknowledge that they're mixed with some kind of European descent or any other bloodline. But the natives who do acknowledge it, my family and I, and who are proud of our European blood, we use that word to say, like, we're proud to be both. And we can be both. Everyone can be. It's just acknowledging if you're proud or not. So that's what Métis was. I didn't really define it. But I'll play you a couple tunes. I'll play a set of tunes. I'll start with a waltz, and then I'll play some reels. And what makes native fiddling kind of different from other things is you do hear a lot of European fiddling in there. But natives, as I said, we take out some beats or measures, so it's not really a square, perfect tune. And I think it's that way because we don't, as natives, we don't have the whole sheet music or classical or, you know, this whole music notation in our system. Because if you ever been to a powwow or a drum, or you hear a drum song, sometimes the lead is longer or shorter, and the middle part is longer or shorter. It's whatever we feel. And so I think when we took these tunes and the fiddling came over, we just took that, our musical mindset, and played them with these tunes. So I'll play you a one-part waltz, and then I'll go into some reels.
Okay, we'll continue with a set of reels, and this is Métis reels again that I'm allowed to join in on. These are most of them named after famous native people, both in America and in Canada. So there's the first one is Yvonne de Mon, and the next one is Elijah Harper, and then we go into one that I really like called the Lucky Trapper, which sometimes I think it's about me. And then we end the set with a tune called Sitting Bull, and I guess most of you have probably heard a lot about him. So that's cool that there's a fiddle tune named after him. Thanks a lot. So next up is a set of Danish, and I'll play my solo here. And yeah, in Denmark, unfortunately, we don't have a lot of foot tapping like this. I think that's pretty cool what she can do with the feet. When you don't have a guitar or a piano, then you can just stomp your feet like that. I think that's pretty smart. We should adopt that in Denmark. But for now, I'll play just a couple of tunes from an island on the west coast. So in Denmark, there's been a lot of different dialects in the folk music. So just as people talk different, even though it's a small country with only 5.5 million people living there, in different regions of Denmark, they speak really different. And sometimes it can be hard for people to understand each other. Same with the music. The regional folk music has been sounding really different, and I'm afraid we can't go through them all this afternoon, but one of my favorite traditions is from a small island on the west coast called the Fanø Island. And still today they use this music for celebrations of all kinds, from New Year's to birthdays to Christmas parties to whatever, weddings, for example. And 4 years ago, Jim and I got married, and even though she's from Montana, she agreed that we could have 1 out of 2 parties in Denmark. And we rented the village hall, and we had a great fiddle party in this island. And the tunes that I'm about to play is 3 little wedding pieces, and they are used just like a wedding waltz in a lot of places. So the couple get to dance to these tunes, and in between each tune there's a little break, and it's a really nice tradition, and it's some of my absolute favorite tunes, so I hope you like them too.
Okay. Just a little background history of those tunes. He played 3 of them, and they're wedding pieces, and the first one is called The Sweet, the second one is called The Sour, and the third one's called The Bitter. And Christian smiled at me at the bitter side, so I don't know if that's a good sign or we're at the bitter stage. But yeah. But we'll play one tune together, the same type of tune, Sonaharning, and it's my favorite one to play. It's called the Kellingen. And it's kind of a nice word that means the strict lady. So if you think of a word that means strict lady in American, that's what it means in Danish. You could hear it in the tune. You could just imagine in the second part of the tune, listen for a lady who's cussing out somebody. You could hear it.
Thanks a lot. So time is running fast when you're having fun, and I think we'll play our last little duo piece before we expand the band. And we'll play a couple of fiddle hits from each our side of the ocean. And with that, yeah, I can say that if you feel hungry for more of this kind of music, it is possible to bring it home on a couple of CDs that we have over there in the merch tent. There's one called 3 Fiddlers, 3 Traditions. That's with Jamie and me, and a third fiddler even as a bonus. And then there's a Danish CD called Gangspell with pure Danish stuff on it. And then there's some CDs with Dwight, and we'll get to that very soon. But we'll play one more duet here.
I think I should have howled on that.
What's up, Kristen? The waltz. 3-part.
Thanks a lot. So we're expanding the band here, and this is the Dwight Lamb Band, International All-Stars.
Yes, sirree. Yeah, it's been a great year for Dwight. He was awarded a National Heritage Fellowship from the National Endowment for the Arts. And last September, we went to Washington, D.C. We didn't get much change, but we went out there and, played a few tunes for him. And then in May of 2017, he won the same kind of award in Denmark, right, Christian?
That's right. It's called the Danish Riksspellemans Award, which means Danish National Folk Musician. So Dwight is one of 25 so far who has got that award in Denmark. And yeah. So we're very happy and proud to know you, Dwight.
Likewise. Great to meet you guys.
Well, so we're going to start out with a 3-part waltz in the key of D, right?
That's right.
Okay, and this one we first heard Dwight play just this summer, and it's Christian says it's a super hit. So here you go. Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, thanks a lot. Dwight is pretty famous all across the country in the fiddle circles, and this tune is his big hit. Everybody plays it from the East Coast to the West Coast. You can go to festivals and hear this tune in the campground. It's called The Rocky Road to Jordan. Yeah, squeeze box. We're going to get Dwight to get his accordion out. And the tunes that Dwight plays on the accordion, he learned them all from his grandfather, Kris, who came from Denmark in the 1890s. And in 2008 or 9, some people in Denmark got a hold of one of his CDs and discovered his music. And it's a style over there that had been lost. And so he's revived it in Christian and has been coming over, learning all these tunes and taking them back to Denmark. And people are playing them all over there now a lot. What are we starting with, Christian?
First up is Swedish, and it's dance music. Thank you for the beautiful dancing. Keep it coming. Everybody can dance to this. It's Swedish, and this one has a fantastic name. It's called Tomorrow I Shall Wed, but Who Shall It Be? Good question, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, well, should probably be more on the side, yeah.
Oh, yeah. So most of these tunes Dwight learned from his grandfather, didn't have names for them, so we just sort of started naming them so we'd play the same tune together. Just worked out better that way, you know. So this is one of the waltzes he got from his grandfather, and it's Crooked Waltz number 1. We call it the Crooked Waltz number 1 because there's 2 crooked waltzes. This is number 1, everybody. you, thank you. Crooked Waltz number 1.
We do those 2 quadrilles?
What is it? You're going to do those? We're going to have to cut something maybe.
Okay, let's do the polka then.
Okay.
3-part polka.
Okay. Christian did mention there's CDs over there, and Dwight has some CDs. And unfortunately, a few days ago, the airlines kind of screwed them over, and they had to fly a day late out of Copenhagen, and the flights weren't exactly cheap. So, buy all their CDs, and maybe they can make it home again. I don't know. Here's a 3-part polka. So, everybody polka. Okay. Yeah. Okay. We probably got one more, and then we got to do the square dance.
Okay, one more before the dance?
Yeah. I think that's what they're saying.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's getting pretty close to the end for our little part of the show. And we're going to finish off with a dance for everybody. But before that, we'll play one little number more that consists of 2 old quadrilles. They've become favorites of ours, and also from Dwight's grandfather from back in the days. These tunes are also between... most of the tunes have been forgotten in Denmark over the years. Since Dwight's grandfather came to the US, nobody played those tunes in Denmark, so luckily Dwight and his grandfather kept them going over here, and now we're spreading them everywhere where we can go.
Thank you. Yeah, it's
Simply,
been great fun.
That's how it is. Yeah.
So if you like this old music, during the break we're going to have a Danish Métis Missouri Valley session around here. Just play some tunes for you. hanging out and come visit and talk to Dwight. Yeah. Quadrilles?
Yeah.
All right. In G?
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. That's up to her. What? With the dancing. Yeah.
Square dance time, ladies and gentlemen.
Welcome to the stage, Jill Groth. She's going to
Hi.
get everybody out there up and dancing.
Well, lucky to have these guys play with us or play for us today for our dance. We're going to do a big community dance, 2 long lines down the center aisle. So look at someone and ask them, will you dance with me? And come line up, partners across from each other, all the way down. This is all ages. It's an old colonial dance, hundreds of years old. Very easy and fun.
What are you playing now, Kristen?
It's even easier if you get up from the chairs.
Yeah, dance.
Oh, come on.
We got 10 minutes. So let's get up there and dance. 2 long lines.
Yeah,
Face your partner.
Dory,
Face your partner.
Come on up here. Yep.
Oh yeah, I was thinking the Med is opposite first, and then Dwight Lamb polka, and then into Storm.
No.
But something that slow. Slow. Because otherwise they don't have time.
What kind of speed can you tap? Oh, we never play that slow.
All right.
Okay, look at that. Oh my goodness gracious. This is awesome. Okay, we're gonna
Let's do that first, and then go into yours.
we're gonna start by in the olden days, the top couple was the one closest to the music, and they were the ones who knew the dance, and everybody followed them. So we'll just go with that, okay? Now, one thing we're going to do is, like the top couple will either sashay down all the way to the end of the line and all the way back. Sashay is when you hold on to hands and go sideways. However, we like to make it even more fun and just do whatever you want. It's freestyle. down and back. Okay, so, hi, Verdine. Okay, so, top couple, let's just show them all the way down. Just grab each other's hands, or one hand, and just go down the line, all the way down. And what we're going to do when they do that is we're going to clap to the music, and we're going to yay, like you just did. So I think you guys have seen this before. And all the way back. Okay. Now we're going to give them a break, and we're going to let the next couple pretend like they're the top couple now. And so everybody's going to make an arch except the ones going, except the top couple. Top couple goes all the way down. Maybe you guys can go. Tom and Berdine. That's okay. Tom and Berdine, go under the tunnel. Now, if you're a little person, you might not have to touch your partner's hand so that it's a big enough arch for them to tunnel through. Okay, so tunnel through, and then you stay at the end. Okay. Very good. Now, one thing that'll make this a lot easier is to spread out. So people at the end go down way further, so everybody's got enough room between them to do what we need to do.
Hey Jill, let's just go with it. They'll pick it up. Let's get the music.
It's very, very short. Okay. Okay, now one more thing. Okay, so put your hands up like a stop signal, and turn your partner around, all the way around, like an allemande. It's an allemande right. This is why we need space. So push the lines down on the end so we all have room. Okay, then we're going to do an allemande left with your left hand up. And then do-si-do, which is go forward to your partner, arms down, and then backwards to your back home. I think Bugs Bunny did it this way, so sometimes we do it that way, and sometimes arms down, whichever you feel like it. Okay, then the last thing is the right arm swing. Okay. So, get ready.
Here we go, Chris John. Take him away.
Okay, clap. Ready? Right allemande. And left allemande. Do-si-do. Swing your partner. Top couple now. Clap. Go down. Woo-hoo. You make some noise. All the way. And all the way back. And tunnel through, top couple. Yeah. Woo-hoo. Ready? And right allemande. And left allemande. Do-si-do. And swing your your partner. Top couple now. All the way down. Woo-hoo. And all the way back. And everybody step toward the music. Toward the music. Smile. Wait. Yes. Tunnel down. Woo-hoo. Ready? And right Alaman. And left Alaman. Do-si-do. Swing your partner. Here we go, Top. Yeah, just run down. Woo-hoo. And all the way back. And tunnel through. Step toward the music. And right Alaman. And left Alaman. Do-si-do. Swing your partner. Top couple now. Slap him down. And all the way back. And all the way back. This gets faster, don't worry. Okay. Make an arch, tunnel through. Woo-hoo. And right Alaman. Left Alaman. And do-si-do. And swing. Now we'll take 2 couples down. 2 couples. There you go. It'll be fine. All the way down. Woo! And all the way back. Step toward the music. Scoot down. Woo-hoo. Make an arch. left, Alaman. Do-si-do. And swing your partner. You're gonna take 3 couples down. 3. There you go. Let's do it. There we go. Scoot up. And all the way back. Make an arch. Okay, 10 couples down. Ready? Go. And all the way back. Turn where you are. Stay up front. Clap for the band. Woo! Very good. Thank you. We do traditional squares the first Monday of every month at the back room of Monks at 6:30. Everybody's welcome. Well, it's adults only. So, thank you.